Roll Tide, everybody. Way to go, Coach Oates. Oates, great job getting the boys some rest before the important tournament begins. You really made it look like you cared. Bravo, sir. Bravo. Let's go around her. Roll Tide, everybody. Roll Tide, roll Tide. Roll Tide, roll Tide, Alabama fans, and welcome to Tight Sports. This is the Alabama Football Megacast and the People's Crimson Tide Network. Today is March 17th, and it's time to take a walk around the herd. Thank you for joining me on whichever virtual space you chose. Here on Tight Sports, we talk Alabama all day and any day. And we talk about any Alabama sport where the Tide can get some shine. Here on Tight Sports, the mindset is that the Crimson Tide is always in title run mode. So every getting to once, we talk about a non-Tide sports story that may need to be thrown out there to the people to ponder, to reflect, to react to. So we do that as well. Haters, come on in. Grab your paper and your pencil, or your crayons if you're an Auburn fan. Sit down and take some notes. You might just learn yourself something. And please tip a brother on your way in. And by tip, I mean take the tip of your finger and quickly hit that subscribe button before it stings you. Do it quick. If you do it slow, if you wait till next week, it may sting you. You got to be quick. And if I successfully stimulate the happy juice in your gray matter and make your funny bone jiggle, please remember to poke that like button right in the eye. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for joining me today here around the herd. Where to start? There's so much to cover. I'm not going to try to keep y'all here all night. I know y'all want to get to sleep because Monday is Monday, and Monday ain't never changed. I almost despise Mondays, but it's good to be alive. Spring training has restarted back at the Capstone following the spring break. So they'll be back at it and back to a search for QB1. Who will it be? Austin Mack, Keelan Russell, Ty Simpson. Who's it going to be? I just released my little 3-part series on my thoughts about that. I'm not going to rehash that here. Got several likes, so you may want to check those out. But what I did notice, somebody commented and said they didn't understand. They don't know I got a sense of humor, I guess. But they didn't understand how did I see this quarterback battle as a lose and leave town match, like the old wrestling. Like, Kelly Blanchett, it's you or me. You know, one of them things. How we just, they used to fight. Dick Slater, wrestling #1, the baby bottle match. Whoever loses, get a baby bottle, crammed down your throat. I know it's too violent, but that actually happened. I was at that match in Columbus, Georgia. I saw what I saw, folks. Bottles were not made out of plastic back in them days. Anyway, So I was just saying, it's just like that. If whoever is named the quarterback, it's going to have ramifications. If you bring somebody to the school to play the position I'm playing and I got time and I get the money to move on, I'm going to move. I don't blame nobody, folks. When they say, I got to go over here because I get some playing time, because my goal when I was a little boy was to go take care of mama. Not necessarily playing here at the University of Alabama. Prior to October 2018, yeah, I'm making a hyperbolic statement. Yeah, you just tight, you crazy. No, it's a real deal. Keelan Russell's named the starter. Why would Ty Simpson remain at the University of Alabama when he only got like 2 years to play some another? If Austin Mack is named the starter, does Keelan Russell stick around for however long he got, 2 years, 3? Why? I wouldn't blame them. I mean, we had guys to dip in mass before. I mean, I'm assuming it was Tide fans that I was going back and forth with, but some of them moved on to greener pastures. Caleb went to Ohio State. Was it Seth? Went to Ohio State, got a ring. Some people went to Florida State. Julian Bond went to Texas. He was at the combine, ran like a 4.3. It worked. It still may work out for those guys. Roydale Williams, them at Florida State, but you got to keep it moving. If you're feeling froggy, you got to jump. But I'm just telling you, a quarterback, it's one of them. Some people play 3 running backs. A lot of people play 2. But quarterback, man, quarterback. In the world we live in, even Dabo Swinney saying, yeah, we're going to use the portal. I mean, we're not going to get carried away. What? Say that again, Dabo? You going to do what? We don't lose a lot of guys, so we don't lose the portal. Well, everybody lose somebody. It's called graduation. So I didn't know what you was talking about then, but even Dabo Swinney is saying he going to dabble in the infested waters of the portal, that nasty thing. After saying that he wouldn't, he going to be out in the portal. Ain't that about nothing? But that's showing leadership, Coach, because that earlier stance you made was nothing but complete, absolute madness. Just crazy what you was talking about. And going back to our QB battle, Coach DuBois says it's real easy. This is the best statement I picked up this whole crazy spring. DuBois, when it comes to QB1, he says that he wants somebody that can command everything we do with the team. Bravo, Coach. Bravo. I love the statement. I mean, he ain't talking about necessarily booking flights and hotel rooms and make sure tour buses. But, yeah, pretty much when you walk in the training rooms or the offensive side of the ball, you go get taped up and get on the fit. You got to know it all. It's just a pretty simple request. The way I look at it, get the ball and do not suck. You know what I'm saying? Just get the ball. Don't suck. So the Tide is working on issues at right tackle, left guard. And we got a kind of consistent injury thing going on with Proctor. So we're going to work that out. Proctor hadn't been practicing, but now I just think he's kind of a gamer. They say he was really hurt and he played. He didn't allow a sack. He graded really high. So, keeping him out of practice may get him out of shape eventually against the wrong person. But for right now, so far, so good. The major concern is not really getting a dominant offensive line on the field, but to make sure that we have the depth and the talent to plug in just in case somebody get hurt. You got to get a man to step in for another man. So we got to get a real consistent performing group of people to be a part of the Crimson Crushers is what I call them. Arkell, Agnewan is turning heads out there. True freshman, Michael Carroll, true freshman, he causing some havoc. I'm not opposed to having one freshman on the line. If he's the one that's going to be nasty enough to do it, let him out there. That man can play defense or offense. He's just nasty on the field, not in real life. And be having like mucus stains on his shirts or something, nothing like that. But dude's nasty. He got the skills to pay the bills. It's me. What up there? What is up with you and me? It's me. Can't watch today. Got to work. Hey, man, don't lose your job looking at me because I thank you for chiming in, though. But Michael Carey has been highlighted in several interviews saying he's turning heads. And, of course, we have Jeremy Bernard and we have Ryan Williams at wide receiver. But that room is loaded, folks. Who can become number 3, 4, or 5? One of the transfers, somebody that's always already in the house? Or will it be the guy who everybody's marveling at, that I did a video, you got to check it out, see it for yourself, Mr. Lazir Brooks, folks. Let me tell you something. Lazir Brooks is, who was the first lady that said just hot, butt-naked speed? Was that Eleanor Roosevelt? That's all he is. He's pure speed. I mean, I think he's going to blow the world away. Everybody expects him to. I still don't know why that man didn't get all 5 stars. Could it be the competition he's playing against? But his talent was, I mean, Olympic speed. This is, you'll see. Just go watch the video. Go watch the video. And if I'm lying, tell me in the comments. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. That dude is unreal. He's created buzz in practice already. They interviewed a couple of DBs, safeties talking about him, and all of them had one main refrain in their comment. Man, that dude is fast, and he always fast. That means the whole practice. And Ryan Williams is fast now. Remember, track star. Ryan Williams is fast. So Jeremy runs all the routes. Ryan runs fast. We got to get some routes. We still gonna have a speedster out there somewhere, and then we got experience in the fields. I'm gonna break that room down, but that route run is going to cause a problem. We get 2 or 3 people that can run some routes, and we get a guy that can deliver the ball. It's going to be something special, and I will be breaking down these camp battles as they progress and the information becomes available. But the defense is taking form up front. They're searching for some depth at the Husky position. We got the linebackers healing up, and iron is just straight sharpening iron out there in the secondary. Don't throw a ball over there. You better throw a ball against a zone blitz with our Husky out there covering him. And then be careful. Don't throw the ball past 15 yards, whoever you are. Whether you're on a practice squad or you play one of these other SEC teams, non-conference, Florida State, don't throw the ball more than 15 yards past the line of scrimmage. So this is, and this is a warning. Dijon Lee, freshman, he's a freak. He's just as big a freak as he was in high school out there on the field right now. I mean, he got, all the talents he had in high school, like many others, he's bringing them to the University of Alabama. 6'4" DB. He's fast enough, because when you get them angles and you understand what's going on, you ain't got to really run stride for stride with a lot of people, but he's fast enough. He got extreme hops, and he has the arm span of a condor. That's what I'm talking about. And before I switch gears to the madness and congratulate I want to congratulate true freshman Keelan Russell. Keelan Russell received the award Friday night in Atlanta for the 2024 Maxwell National High School Player of the Year. And the award was also won by Derrick Henry and Bryce Young. So he's the third tied player to get the award and come on over to the capstone. Well done, young man. He wins that award while in camp with the college team. Boy, his senior year has definitely changed since 2018. And it's getting even weirder going forward, because after a while, I'm waiting for somebody to leave high school in sophomore year and just go start playing football in JUCO. And by the time he's graduating, he's already done start playing for a college team. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. These people got to come around, man. It's gonna come. But speaking of changes, I just want to throw this into the wind. If you are the parent of a 4 or 5 star player that wants to play in the SEC, they on the radar of a big school. And all these kids, they usually have to get stronger or faster or bigger or fill out, get technique, work on this. Something has to happen. Like Ryan Williams, great athlete, you got to work on this route running according to people that know the position but he's a great player. But going forward, if you're a 3-4 star, even some 5 stars, depending on your size and depending on the position, like quarterback or maybe even defensive tackle, are more people going to start just going to JUCO? Are they going to suggest they go to a JUCO, or are they going to be just make the choice, just go to a JUCO? Because the NCAA is changing the a number of players that can be on a team. They drop it down to 105, I think. And I just saw somebody say that's going to cause a bubble this year of about 2,000 players that have to leave D1 and maybe go out into the D2s, D3s. Well, D3s no scholarships, but may go to the JUCO. So it's like it's going to fall upon these high school kids who are marginal that probably would get a scholarship, may not get them anymore. So I just want to know from you guys, do you think that in May we will see kids hurting themselves by not taking the opportunity to develop in a JUCO situation? And I don't know, is that for just certain positions? Like, say if you're a DB and you don't have the strength of a guy that's, you got a Kool-Aid McKinstry showing up while you're a freshman. Then you got another Kool-Aid McKinstry or somebody you got another Patrick Surtain showing up when you're a junior, and you kind of get lost in the shuffle where it could be when you go out there, you prove yourself as an 18, 19-year-old that you can play against grown people, and you come on campus taking somebody's position. Because the JUCO years don't count. You can get 2 or 3 years over there and really get the fill out, get a lot of school out of the way if that's important to you, and just show up, may play 1 year and just go straight to the NFL. It's going to be a fine line. I mean, there's some people out there. I mean, you got the money situation. Can't get the money at a JUCO that you get at Alabama, but what is that $250,000 going to do for you if you get to your 3rd year and they're asking you to lead the program? Well, we're not paying you no more. You can stay. We're not going to pay you because we got some guys we're going to bring in. When you could have been the guy that comes in a little broke because you're the JUCO situation. You're a little broke, but you delayed your gratification monetarily to become a better player because you got a big picture of playing in the NFL. It's risk either way. You can get hurt either way. You can attend college, don't play until your junior year, and then when junior year comes, they got a transfer come in, and you back on the bench. But you got kids competing against grown men. That's going to become the norm. I looked at a kid in our local high school. I looked at him. I'm like, I looked at him. I looked at Caden Proctor. I looked at him. I look at Caden Proctor. Everybody's not as big as Caden Proctor, but I looked at Wilcom Formby. That's the guy he's tabbed to be a right tackle, but he's hurt as well. Now look at these other guys, Arkel Anguwan, who coming over from Texas A&M. Got another huge guy coming from Ball State, 6'6", 325 pounds. I'm just looking at him like, I don't know if I want my kid out there get slapped in the head by this boy because he want to be a defensive end. Or can you just look at this guy and, okay, I can look at you, son, and tell that you're a left tackle. Looking at Caden Proctor, you're not going to, even if Caden Proctor left, you're not going to play for 2 years. They say that was one of the great things about Tom Osborne. He tell a kid he's recruiting exactly when they were going to play. Whether he stuck to that, had one guy said that he told me he was going to play his senior year. He played his senior year, went to the NFL with a national championship. One guy said he was going to start as a sophomore. A lot of stories out there. But do you take the chance when the JUCO don't even, everybody's just not out there. Everybody's not a Jeremiah Smith at Ohio State, a Caden Proctor, a Jordan Seaton out there at Colorado who's dominating, a Cam Coleman at AU, or Ryan Williams. After year one, man, those guys are the NFL is paying attention to them guys. If they could leave, some of them may already been gone, but they got to do 3 years. You got to stay where you can only go to the NFL until your graduation basically is 3 years down the road. So, folks, would you choose? What would you do? Would you base it on, well, my son's a quarterback, so he better go ahead and take his shot where he can learn under the best. So what would you do? Would you say, my son's a running back, they're going to play 3 or 4 running backs anyway over the next year, somebody going to twist the ankle? Or you say, well, my son is a defensive end, but my son he's 220, and all the rest of the defensive ends, they got a 260. So that's a year, but he could go gain weight over here in Hines Community College over in Mississippi. What would y'all do? Just let me know. Just something I'm throwing out there. But things are changing. They are changing. And this is the worst nightmare for a highly touted player and his stakeholders. You redshirt, and just 2 years later, nobody cares you even on campus. I mean, they just don't care. But don't know what'll happen, but it's a great topic to discuss. I know a lot of people going to have that debate in their household. Some of you guys got your kids out there 5th, 6th, 7th grade. You already can see the talent. Some things you got to think about. See what the prominent JUCOs are. I heard Coach JB say there's 72 JUCOs in California, and there's 72 throughout the nation. Did not know that. That's why California has its own championship. But I don't know. You got to remember, it's like a lot of people go to schools for different reasons. I was looking at the roster today, and I said, if y'all Tide fans, do you know who senior Cade Carruth is? Do you know who sophomore John Cooper, who they are? They're vital to the team's success. These are your guys that are on your scout team. These are the other quarterbacks already on the University of Alabama Crimson Tide. And they don't come up in the conversation as to who's one, QB 1, 2, 3. I had to go find out who they are. They could have coaching in their future. They are quarterbacks on the team. But you got to have guys like this that have decent talent to be on your scout team for your defense to sometimes tear the shreds, or at least give them a good little fight. So a lot of times a coach may say, hey, bring that guy over here because we need somebody on the scout team that weighs about how much he weighs. It is what it is. You got to be pretty good to compete. But, God bless them for being there and sticking it out and help to make the roster stronger. Now, let's let the madness begin. The ladies of the Crimson Tide garnered 5th seed in their tournament. They will take on the ladies of the University of Wisconsin Green Bay. They are known as the Phoenix. And let's just hope they don't play like a Phoenix. If you ever seen the Xbox, the X-Men movie, or if you know what a Phoenix is, I just hope these ladies don't play like this, because if they do, we're going to have problems. But I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. I just want to wish the ladies the best of luck. I will say this. If the ladies of the Crimson Tide make it to the 3rd round, that would mean that they probably beat the Lady Gamecocks, a team that the Tide lost to by 22 points in January. With that, let's just watch. Let's just all watch and pray and cheer the ladies on. They certainly have a chance to do the incredible. And we all know if they just go out there and they shoot 70 to 73% from the field, they have a chance to win the whole thing. The whole thing. They can win it. 73. Just missed 27% of your shots. Getting down to it, there's no more crying and whining from me. We have to address the SEC men's basketball tournaments where the Crimson Tide was convincingly bounced by Florida in the 4th round, I guess that was. Second loss to Florida in 11 days, maybe 12. Sometimes my little simple math gets messed up. So you know what I do. I'm just going to take a brief look at the stats, and after that, I'm just keep it moving forward. But after the injury to Grant Nelson, it was just a downer. A game that was tied at halftime ended up being a 22-point chomping by the time the buzzer went off. And that ain't cool. I mean, what was that? I'm looking at these stats of this game. Grant Nelson played 10 minutes. He got hurt, had 9 points. I'm calling folks out today. Just calling folks out. Mark Sears, 0 for 4 from 3 points. 3-point line. 3 for 10 overall. You shot 30%, my man. Had 9 points, my man. Chris Youngblood led the team in scoring with 14 points, but problem is we don't see that enough. We need to see it all the time. I don't even think the 10 shots Mark Sears in how many minutes is the game? 40? That tanked enough. And LeBaron Fallon, who had a wonderful game against who was it, Ole Miss or somebody we beat in third round. Bro, you was 1 for 9. You're a Fedman. Get a ball up, cuz. Why was you shooting so much? 1 for 5 from 3-point line, 1 for 9 for 3 whole points. We had 1 3-pointer. Oh, you shot the ball 9 times at one time? 6'4". You was taking the ball to the hole. What was the problem? Look at the free throws. Omori got to the line, went 6 for 6. I don't think that's right. I thought I saw him miss one. Mark Sims 3 for 4. Nobody else had a free throw? Oh, yeah, Mr. Hardhead himself, Diabate, he's 2 for 4. I don't know, man. It's just the inconsistency is just painful. 9 points, Mark Sears. Not now, man. Not now. Jaron Stevenson was in there jacking for beats. He got 10 points. He shot the ball 11 times coming off the bench. Aiden Holloway. These young guards come tournament times, you can't trust them. Just can't. Everybody's not Allen Iverson. They're just not. Everybody's not Steph Curry. It's just not. And I look down the rest of this game. I will say this, Youngblood, keep it going. You were the leading scorer, so we need you to do that a lot more for the next couple of weeks because you're a senior and Mark's a senior. Bring LeBaron Fallon in to move the ball around, but if you don't have senior experienced guard play, you can forget it. Let's look at the rest of these numbers. The only category that the University of Alabama came out on top of in this game, what is this? Free throws. We shot a whopping 65% from the free throw line. They shot 64%. They crushed us in everything. They shot 51% from the field. We shot 41. 44 from three-pointer. We 31. Good gracious. 43 rebounds. We had 38. Didn't even get offensive rebound. They had 30. They beat us in offensive rebounds. They had more defensive rebounds. They had more assists, Mark Sears. You ain't shoot it up past it, did you? Golly. Worried about your NBA future, my friend. Steals. They had 8 steals. We had 4. Oh, we did tie. We tied for blocks. We had 4 for 4 blocks. That's a push. And, of course, turnovers. We were +3 on turnovers. We had 10. Remember I told you the magic number is definitely below 8. I think they had 4 the game before where they beat somebody by Kentucky, 97 or whatever. Who cares? They're young. Kentucky will be more mature next year. So we had 10 turnovers, and they topped us in fast break points and points off turnovers. It's just nothing went well. I mean, if I ain't know no better, I think they may have threw it, so they can get some rest. I just heard Calipari talking about some. It's getting like the football thing. Like, why are we playing a college football SEC championship just to turn around and have to go play in a tournament of 16 teams now? What is it? 12, soon to be 14 or 16. Like, we just need to skip over this game. So Calipari was like, you just need to skip over this doggone SEC tournament because you have to win so much, especially coming from the first day, coming from Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you win the whole thing, you play 4 games in a row. And you supposed to go into a tournament on Thursday? No. So March Madness is here. It kicks off this week for the Tide with 8 losses, mostly in the SEC to superior opponents. We got a 2 seed. But we will take on Robert Morris University. I think it's in New Jersey. Where is it? Oh, no. Robert Morris. I don't know where it is. Robert Morris University. They won their conference. They are the Horizon Conference tournament champion. And they finished the season at 26-8, while the Tide was 25-8. The Crimson Tide is favored to win by 96.7%, according to that poll thing they put on ESPN. No, it's non-scientific, but it's good to be liked. And that leaves a chance for the Robert Morris Colonials to take advantage of marginal guard play. Mark Sears, Youngblood, Phylon, Aiden Hutchinson. Lackluster rebounding by all y'all up there that's over 6'6". All y'all. Box out. Get your hands up. Jump. Get the ball. We're going to shoot a lot of shots long. Rebound's going to go long. We're going to shoot a lot of shots. Get the ball. And let's not forget the ungodly amount of turnovers this team will have when they get flustered, if they get pressured, if they get bumped, if they get, I know, shimmy. If you say boo to them too much, I don't know why they get the ball. Just give it up too much. And then hopefully we can advance to they may advance to the second round if they can take advantage of what I expect us to do. If not on the Friday, we'll probably do it Sunday. But if Chris Youngblood, if Coach Oates can get his big men to play above the rim and play like they feel twice as wide as they already are, and then my seniors, guards, Chris Youngblood and Mark Sears can use everything they have learned since the first camp they went to when they still had diapers on and no shoes. No, them boys at basketball camp. I'm looking for a bottle. If they can take everything they have ever learned, pour it into these next couple of games, just a couple of games, they could lead the Tide to where they've never been. Whether we're up or down, they can lead them to victory. Was that 6 games? I don't know how many, 3 weekends. You can do it. I know you can do it. But you guys got to focus. You got it in you. You played too much basketball. Ain't a lot of people coming in here with 2 senior guards, especially one of them like a Mark Sears. You big men, you got to free up Mark. Don't let these guys wear him like, don't let him wear his defender like a cheap coat. Get him off of him. I'm talking about some hard picks. Kind of picks you want to look around. You got, what's wrong? I got picked earlier. I got to see where they're coming from. And maybe we can make it back to the Final Four and possibly capture the Capstone's first ever NCAA championship banner in basketball. That would be lovely. That would be real nice. I was about to hit my cue, but I missed it. But am I wishing upon a star? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. That is X. I'm just looking forward to the first one hanging before I get up out of here, before I go up to the upper room. I just want to see one. I'm lying. I want to see 18. I want to see 18 basketball banners and 36 football championship banners. But I do want to see these guys win. I wish I could say, like, there's something about this team, man. This team is just, they got it all. They got everything you want. I'm like, man, but I just thought back to that game we played against Purdue. Purdue beat Alabama early in the season simply for one reason. Their guards were more in tune with what they needed to do to win the game. And sometimes it's like, I don't think Alabama functions that way. Like, somebody gets hot, they let them go. Somebody slumping, then they lose, and then we take shots away from Mark Sears. We think it's okay until you lose and he has 9 points. No, man. No. You got to dance with the girl you brought. It's the big dance. You got to ride Mark Sears. Free him up. Let that man shoot. Let him cook. Period. Let me get out of here before I explode into a ball of flames. I want to thank y'all for joining me today. Please remember to join me Wednesday at 6 p.m. for Iron Bowl debates, where we discuss football, basketball, Jordans, Stacey Adams, and track and field felonies. Quickly subscribe. Like I said, don't take a long time. That thing will sting you. Hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on so you know when I go live to give you some more good news, some entertainment, give you a couple giggles and jiggles on stuff like that. So I just want to say that if you're looking at, if you tell your friends about me, you can find me out there on Facebook, Blue Sky, YouTube at Tight Sports, and they also can find me at Tight Sports Talk out there on Twitter. Better known as X. Twitter became a wasteland, and they changed the name to the X, and I don't know, my religion don't let me stay out there too long because it's bad things out there, man. Bad things. It's just bad things. And real quickly, shout out to Sharpshooters Podcast. They roll with the tide, roll tide to you. And shout out to the brothers at Auburn Addicts, Water Cooler Podcast, Bubba the Old Man, a fine group of Americans who support Hugh Freeze for some weird reason. Get well soon, Hugh Freeze. You can beat the heck out of cancer. And with that, yeah, he can. With that, we will see you next time right here around the herd. And always remember, roll, tide, roll.